Hey y'all, today we're going to create a vintage antique looking oversized ornament that you could hang either on your Christmas tree or sit on your cabinet or shelf, what have you. This one I have already made, and I will make a second one to show you the steps that I took. I got my inspiration from, I believe her name is Summer, from Hammond's Nest. She's out of Louisiana. I am in East Texas, so we're neighbors practically. But she did one using a Christmas tree shape. This one is a shape that I had in my stockpile from Dollar Tree goodies, and I stained the back side to give it a more finished look. But tonight we are going to create a second one using the same shape, a self-adhesive wall tile. You've seen some projects of folks using these from the Dollar Tree, and a rice paper from Decoupage Central of this Christmas stag. Okay, this step is cutting out the center of this tile so that your image that you select shows through once you overlay the tile on top of your glued image. So I'm going to do a quick, what I hope is a quick cutout of this center. And basically I'm taking a straight edge razor. You use the tool that you prefer. Some use little craft knives. Okay, so I've cut around that outline, did a little cut right on that edge. We're going to pull this off, see what we have, fix where it's hung here, cut that. It's not doing real great tonight. There. Okay, so you basically have a hole cut out. You can save this and use it for other crafting projects if you like. This is your shape that will then get traced onto the ornament like this. And we'll trace around it with a Sharpie, and then we'll have our finished shape that will be glued on top of our image. That will go in there. That looks good. I'll maybe trim that edge a little bit. And our deer will go under here. It's too bad I can't get the whole thing in, but we might do a little bit of body, a little bit of tree. That might look good. Okay, so that gives us an idea of where to cut the paper for underneath. Okay, I am using Pintarts Decoupage Varnish and Glue in a matte finish. This is my favorite decoupage medium. Goes on super well, easy to use, and always get good results. Now that guy's on there, nice. Wipe that away. And our painted image will go over like so. Okay, this has been sprayed. I used Magnolia Home chalk spray paint in yarn. It's one of my favorite colors as a nice neutral color that you can do a lot with in terms of aging. It's a great base color. This is what I used on this particular piece as well. So I sprayed it last night. I let it dry overnight. Okay, this has been sprayed. I used Elmer's spray adhesive for the back. Sometimes you lose, the sticky falls off of the square, so I'd rather use this anyway because it'll give me a better adhesion than the packaging that it comes in. So let's lay this down and get it on there. I want that point to line up. There, I think that's got it. There. Now we've got our tile overlay. Now it does hang off the edge, but I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and trim off my excess, and that'll be easy to do. Okay, I've got a couple colors of paint here. I'm going to be using some dark chocolate from General Finishes. It's a mineral paint, and some gray linen from Wise Owl paint, chalk paint. Often pour off excess into these little condiment bottles, so it's a good way to store your craft paints. Or you can use whatever paint you might have, doesn't matter. I'm just going to put a little bit, it's not going to take very much at all. And see, that's well loved. And we're just going to dry brush it. I'm actually going to use this dauber for that. One dollop will do you. Okay, so let's start with this French or gray linen, I think it's called. I'm gonna basically get my sponge wet and then offload it onto this paper towel so you've got a dry, just dry paint, okay? So we take this and start working over the raised areas. So there's our first layer. Let's add a little bit of that chocolate in places. Okay, paint is dry. I decided to give it a little top coat because I want to use this antiquing gel in olive by Pentart, and this stuff maneuvers really nicely if you've got a little bit of top coat between your paint and the product. So I went and did a quick spray of polyacrylic Minwax in the clear matte. I didn't want any kind of sheen or gloss, but sprayed that, and now it is drying, or almost dry, and we'll get to using the antique gel next. You don't need a lot of this stuff. A little bit goes a long way. This is water-based, but it's a great product for antiquing, aging your projects. I'm just putting a little bit on a artist brush. Dab it off. Okay, now time to do our cording and make a bow, and let's finish this guy. Okay, I found this reindeer ribbon in my stash. I've had this for a couple of years, I think, but I like how it has the little bells. That way I don't have to add a lot of extra to it. And I'm thinking about just doing a simple bow with a little maybe string and another yarn on top of that. Okay, I have cut the reindeer, what does it call it, fabric bow, fabric ribbon, and then I added a little bit of just that string from just some netting like this, just to give another little layer in between, and then another little vintagey type ribbon. Kind of reminds me of some of that Chanel stuff back in the day, and glued on top of that. So I secured it all with a zip tie so it'll be nice and tight, and the extra thick cording for the top. So there is our finished Christmas stag. I hope you like him. Hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments if you would like to make one yourself, what image you might use. So I hope you enjoyed. I will put the links in the comments below of the products I use, the papers I use, the decoupage medium, and both antiquing gels, in case those are of any interest to you, as well, as well as the papers from Decoupage Central. So thank you. Stay tuned for the next project, and please like and subscribe. I hope to see you soon. Happy crafting!